Hi. Trying to see, I want you to see all the robins that are coming in. Let me see if I can get this set up. Bear with me. I'm here in Southern California. We've had tons of robins, hummingbirds, and now the sun is coming out. Geez, I can't get any further. Let's see if we can do this better. Let's see. Bear with me. It doesn't allow me to set up first. Otherwise, I'd have it really good, but it doesn't show me anything. Let's go a little bit higher up. Just a little bit. I think you can see. Let's see. You'll see in the back, that's an electric fountain. The robins keep coming. I'm going to step behind the camera so I don't upset some of these birds. Let's see. I'm trying to get it perfect. I'm hoping you can hear me. Let's see. Hold on. I feel so bad. I wish they would let me. Hi, Donna C. I wish they'd let me set this up first, but they don't. It just goes live. Bam. It's what you see is what you got. Now I'm going to see if I can go a little bit over. I have to set it up after the camera goes on. It's probably why a lot of people use Prism and other setups. Hold on, I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to close the door behind me because the robins are more shy. They're coming in. Let's see. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can watch from inside. Let me lower my sound on my tablet so it doesn't blast in any. Where is my volume? Okay. I'm going to be there with you in a minute, but the robins have been coming in like mad. If I'm too loud, tell me and I can move my mic. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if I can find myself. I have to find myself, and then I'll be able to read the comments. Gary doesn't know I'm live. He'll probably figure it out. Does it say I'm live? Oh, it does say I'm live. Look at that. I am live. Anyways, if Gary's around, it'd be nice if he'll show up, but he's probably in his garden. So hello, Donna. Can you hear me? William Vihel? Hello. I'm going to go by first names. Emmy, hello. Mona, hello. Connie Davison, hello. John Ray Patterson, I said hello to you earlier when you were on Helen's live feed. Hello, Geraldine Haywood. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Oh, good. It sounds good. I just hope it's not too loud. Let me move the mic. I've got a mic on me, and hopefully the one on my camera is working. Okay, I'm going to move it, so I think that's good. Let's see. Sherry, love seeing you live. You know, this was totally last minute. So I was going to work on a video. I was going to work on the deck. So let's see what's there right now. So right now, I saw a robin. Oh, yeah, the robin is in the bowl in the back. That's just the solar fountain, and it's got some rocks. Anybody can put that together. You don't need any bells or whistles or anything. There has been hundreds of robins here. It's unbelievable. And then what else is coming in? Let's see what else is coming in. Oh, there's a whole bunch of robins. I should have put it closer. Let It Be Garden. Jennifer, hello from Southwest Florida. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, good. It sounds good. Oh, good. Sally Ann, hello. Okay, so everybody says they can hear. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, hello. Oh, I was going to get my coffee. Hold on, let me come back. I'll have to show you my coffee cup. Where's the stool? Someplace there. Yes. I'm back. I made a coffee. Decaf. I'll have to show you my cup. It's from Gary for Valentine's Day. Of course, I bought it because I wouldn't have had a hummingbird cup if I didn't buy it myself. Oh, let's see. How's it going out there? It's very quiet. They're coming in. They're coming in the fountain. You know, I really should put it up against the fountain. I think some of the robins came in and they're not sure what all this is. So let's see. No, I just wanted to come and have a cup of coffee and just sit for a few moments before I start my day. I'm trying to get the deck done. I'm supposed to do a garden tour tomorrow. I don't want to. I want to keep working. I haven't done much in the garden itself except for yanking out plants that I don't need anymore. I'm turning them into soil. The deck is where I'm working. Oh, I love my deck. Oh, the sound is lower now? All right, I'll put it back on me. I took the mic off. I thought it would be better. So I don't like miking myself. Okay, hopefully that sounds better because now I've got the mic back on me. John's got, I've got a few robins in East Tennessee. A few weeks, let's see, a few weeks ago, I guess you're saying. I've talked about this before. About 5-6 years ago, we had probably 200, this is no joke, because I talked to my friend over at the LA Museum. 250,000 robins came here and were living in this area. Oh, there's a bush tit taking a bath in the fountain, and I don't think you can see it. And that was absolutely amazing. And they stayed here. There was a really bad cold snap across the middle of the United States, so they came here and then they left in January. Now we've got a lot more robins than usual this year. Not that many. We didn't have the wave that came in. That was a wave, but we've got quite a few, and maybe they'll be staying here. I don't know. This is like the most relaxing place. You can just sit. You can watch the birds come in. I'm going to add a ton more feeders in here. It's just a nice place to hang out. I'm going to take some coffee. Oh, so Ray, you've got them nesting there. We have them nesting here too. I'm trying to hear who's screaming. What birds? I should move it closer to the fountain. They all left. They're looking at my camera like, what's out there right now is the white-crowned sparrows, the house finches. The males are red and the females are brown. There's a few young ones that are not quite as red. Spice finches are coming in right now. I see them in the back. They're in the fig tree. Let's see if they'll come forward. Actually, I'm not sure. There's another bird out there. I'm not sure what it is. A little brown bird with a long tail. I'm not sure what that one was. But I do see spice finches. Elaine, still a happy Valentine's Day. M. Oz on M. Hello from San Antonio, Texas. Kitty is such a cutie. She is. She's on her heat blanket. She's not moving. I'm trying to see what birds are coming in. I think the robins all left now. Something's different. It's like, oh, she stuck something out there that wasn't there. Now the other birds don't mind. They'll come in. Now I just saw a wave of birds come in, and I'm not sure what they are. They're up in the avocado tree, and the camera can't pick that up. The other day a big wave came in. It was cedar waxwings came in. They are amazing how they fly. They fly in like one big group flying. So Mona Griggs, I haven't seen any robins yet here. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, maybe it's just not warm enough. Okay, is there a robin there? No, there's our house finches coming in. I'm trying to see what's coming in too. Yeah, those are house finches. It's cold today. I don't do well in the cold. They said it could be in the 30s tonight. And that's why I can't start my garden outside. I've got some squash seeds growing, but I was going to plant some more outside, but not when it's 30 degrees. Yeah, those are house finches coming in. There is something else there, and I'm not sure what it is. Those are not house finches. Hold on. Enjoy the birds. I'm going to go get my other camera. those are. I wonder if those were cedar waxwings. I've got my high-powered camera. Okay, let's kick it into manual and see if I can see what they are. Oh, they are! We've got cedar waxwings out there, but you can't see them. They're so fast. A whole colony of them. And now my battery on my good camera is going to die. Okay. Yep, that's what was coming in. So we have cedar waxwings out there. And they're shy. I'm going to switch my battery out. Yes, I know. Don't tell me. The camera's telling me. Your battery's dead. Your battery's dead. What else is new? So I thought I would just come on, let you enjoy that. And then I'm going to go back and work on my deck. Let's see if this battery is any good. Yeah, they're sitting in the avocado tree, and they came and they hit, with the way the cedar waxwings work is they hit that water and they take a quick drink and then they just disappear. They're real fast. Okay, I think they may not be coming back in. All right, I'm back over. I'm walking all over the place. Oh, let's see. A balloon landed in my garden. Hopefully it's not the ones that are all over. No, I don't want to go there. Oh, I composted it. That's interesting. I guess you could, but not the Mylar ones. They won't compost. I very seldom get pictures of cedar waxwings. Oh, so you take pictures too. You know, because they're so shy, they work in a group. It's like one big bird of 50. It's so funny. That's the way they move. That's the way they feed. And when you see them fly, if you ever see something that's in formation, like they're flying as one group, and if one turns, they all turn and they're all together. Here, you know that's cedar waxwings. They're not just following each other. They look like one bird. But no, I just thought I'd wish you a happy Valentine's Day. I'm enjoying my new cup I got today that I have never used before. It's so beautiful. It's all the hummingbirds we have in the United States. It's the most beautiful mug I have ever seen. And not only that, it gives each bird a painting, I guess you would say, the artwork of each bird, male and female. I couldn't resist. So I ended up getting one. I actually got 6. And I told Gary, you bought me that for Valentine's Day, and he said, okay. So if I would have waited for something from him, I would have got, let's see, my very first Valentine's, no, not my Valentine, well, I guess it was Valentine's Day. The first gift I ever got from Gary 30 years ago was the club. I don't know if anybody even knows what the club was. My kids were like, their mouths dropped. He opened it up and their mouths dropped. And he's very frugal. You get somebody something they can use. Probably because it was over 30 years ago. He was visiting here, I was driving all over, and he probably didn't want anybody to steal the car. He didn't want to walk. And then I think for Valentine's Day, he got me a vacuum cleaner hose, because my vacuum cleaner hose had a hole, and I had it duct taped, so he bought me that. But today he got me a mug, and I'll show you before we get off. Oh, Par, you're on lunch break. Oh, good. I almost didn't do this because I'm working on a video on how I'm growing my seeds now. I've got 2 different ways I'm starting seeds, and I think it's too early. I don't think anybody's interested in growing seeds yet. I am growing my seeds in a new way, and right now I've had great success with dragon fruit, spinach. What else? This is not starting. Dragon fruit, spinach, culantro, and there's something else. I don't remember. Oh, carrots. It's a very unusual way to start, but it works. And then I also start my seeds in a new way. And like I said, I'm almost done with that video. I did it, like some of you say, oh, she doesn't sleep at night, like 2 o'clock in the morning. I set up a table that looks like a little studio now. It was a wasted room. I used to do a lot of crafts in there, like craft work. And I thought, no, I'm going to change my table up. And so I filmed that. And then I thought, I don't think anybody's doing seeds. Oh, Ray, you grow black oil sunflower seeds for the goldfinches. They must love that. Here, they're into, you probably have the regular goldfinches, and here we have the lesser. And the lesser don't eat a lot of sunflower here. They might be a little smaller. It might be what they're used to, but they eat mainly, well, maybe it's because they've got it. They eat seeds off of the plants that are growing here. They haven't touched my zinnias. Somebody said they were going to tear apart my zinnias. They never did. They eat all the brassica seeds. They love that. They'll eat, well, of course, the collar. That's the brassica. And then the sow thistle. And they'll eat the lettuce. Oh, my gosh. They'll wipe the seeds off the lettuce almost completely. So that they get a lot of that. And it might be just what they prefer. Let's see. Oh, Sherry was joking about the balloon. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. Yeah, I've been watching about those balloons. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know. A balloon landed in her yard. Let's see, what else is there? I would have Gary come up, but he's down in his garden, and I heard him drive down there. He didn't want to walk down there. So he drove down there, and I'm not sure what he's doing, but I gave him elephant garlic yesterday to plant because I didn't have time to plant it. So I said, go find a place for it. And I don't know what he's doing. I should call him and say, come up and say Happy Valentine's Day. But going back to this mug I bought, if I step out there right now, everybody's going to fly away. So I'm going to wait in a few minutes. The mug is from a company, I've never heard of them until I started looking for mugs, called the New York Puzzle Company. And they've got some phenomenal artwork on their mugs, a couple of them. I bought another one that's got vegetables, and I'll use that one when the garden season starts. You know, I see something in there. Let me grab my camera. I'm trying to see, that might be another cedar waxwing. I'm not sure. But my camera will zoom in, and I can tell you what I see. Okay, I've got a hand zoom it in. No, I see bush tits. Where'd it go? Okay, he zipped away. Okay, now he's in the fountain. And I'm still not, and he took off. It must be more cedar waxwings because that's what they move so quick. They're going in and out. This is, my camera's telling me birds. This is the place I do a lot of photography of birds. On that video I did with 50 species and I actually have 60 of small birds, I do it here. And sometimes, because the birds are so quick and small, you don't even know what's coming in. And I have just been floored by some of this stuff. I think the most fascinating one I saw come in, I could be, if Gary was here, he would tell me how to pronounce it. I think it's called the azula. Lazula. They're a blue bird. I've never seen them before until they came through here a few years ago. And they're just gorgeous. Debbie Keller, you're going to start your seeds. Okay, let me see if I can get that together. I'm working on tubing. Oh my goodness, you're going to see that tubing everywhere. The stuff, I mean, yesterday I set it up in a phenomenal way in another container that anybody can use. Love it. Kitty and I were out there setting it up. All right, maybe let me see if I can get the seed one together, because it is a better way than the plastic bags. I don't know, if, Debbie, if you're still using the plastic bags. This way is more efficient, and it's easier because you can sit it anywhere in your house, and you can start dozens of different types of seeds all at one time in one place. So you're starting seeds. So I've got one person starting seeds. John, it is a beautiful, peaceful place. It is. It is, and I can't wait till I get more feeders in here. I haven't changed that glass bowl in the back. Can you see it on the, I don't know if you can even see the glass bowl on the camera. But I bought another bowl at the thrift store last week, so I got to change that one out. Donna, John says to Donna, oh wow, we have black bears, but I hardly see them. We don't have black bears here. Thank goodness, because I don't know if Tool will work on that. Tool works on the deer. Okay, now I see California Towies coming in. Tool works really good on our deer. They're lazy. They come by and they touch it and go, nah, I'll go somewhere else. How do you keep the squirrels out? I don't. You know, the squirrels tend to go to the bowls on the bottom, and if they come in here, they usually stay on the bottom. So I can put feeders up higher. I'm going to hang more, and they don't tend to go to the feeders that are up on the top. Why should they? Because it's easier to go on the bottom. I also have a plant in the garden. You can't see it, but it's all the way to the left, and it is one of my pride and joy. It's a three-way brassica plant. It's beautiful. They found it, and they're eating it to pieces. Well, not to, they're eating it. Maybe if I do a garden tour, I'll show it. They're eating it away. They come in every day, and I think, if I cover that one, then everything else is fair game in this garden. And right now they found one that they're comfortable to go into. They're comfortable to eat off of it. So if I move it or try to block them, then they'll find another plant. So if I sacrifice that one, let them have that one, then they'll leave everything else alone. You don't want to cover everything up, because if you cover everything, then they become desperate, especially if they're hungry. So that's how we deal with squirrels. Let's see. Okay, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Yep, starting seeds inside. All right, let me see. Today is Tuesday. Let me see if I can finish it. I did it the other night. Like I said, I was up late, and I thought, I'm going to go try out my new table I set up. And it came out pretty good. Still working on it. So I'm going to get that together, and I'll show you how I'm doing my seeds this year. I haven't gone full gun-ho into seeds yet, because we're going to be in the 30s this week, so it's no use until I know that we're going to start warming up. And I don't want to overstart the seeds too quick, because you'll end up with seeds that are going to be just sitting around as juveniles for too long, and sometimes they don't grow as good. If you start growing them closer to your garden season, certain seeds, they literally grow overnight. So, gardening time. So we'll see what I'm going to do. Sherry, starting seeds under LED lights. Broccoli and basil. Now, I started my broccoli and basil in the fashion in which I grow now, and I've got them outside in those little greenhouses I've made. Are you here to stay, or are you going back to your garden? I'm not going to stay on that long, because I'm talking to Gary. Sorry. Oh, okay. So, no, that's good. More plastic for my seed trays. Gary said I got a delivery. Let's see. So you've got them under lights. So I've got my culantro under lights. I had an old light from a beta tank from years ago, and it's working. See, Mona. See, I have pink celery and hot pepperoni peppers growing inside at one of my sunny windows. Oh, cool. Do you know I can grow peppers on my kitchen window? Keep that in mind. So if you've got a really sunny window, you can take one of those plants, put them in a pretty pot, and you can grow peppers inside. I literally grow peppers. I mean, I haven't even shown that. Peppers will grow from the plant. But that's a perfect way to get those going. Now, those do really good to move outside later. And Debbie Keller's still growing and using Dixie cups. I am too. I put my broccoli out in Dixie cups, because I took them and started them in the fashion in which I started them now. Then I moved them in Dixie cups, and I planted some, and I still have some in little Dixie cups. Are you around? He's gone. I've got a name. I know this. R-O-C-I-O. Rocio? Yeah. Rocio, I'm so sorry. Let's see. I saw you say interesting. You're talking to John. Good. I don't know if you said anything to me, because this is rolling. Oh, B-E-A, Ortia. Bea, Ortia, hello. You love my channel, San Antonio. I missed that. Elaine Still. I think I said hello to you earlier. Sally Ann, if I already answered you. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Let's see. Now I'm going back down. Let's see. Okay, so Carol Walsh. Yeah, starting seeds for long lead time stuff, like 10 to 12 weeks before the last frost. Feel free to answer. I've got a mic on, so you may have to walk over to the mic. If I take it off, they say they can't hear me. Okay. Hold on, because the camera.
That's fine.
Hold on, I'm going to move the mic. Oops, sorry for the snap. Okay, I'm just moving the mic. Okay, so Carol's going to stagger them. That's a good way of doing it. And also testing germination. So far, the seeds I've gotten from Dollar Tree, a lot of them have been good. I've even got seeds from years ago that I'm growing. Okay, so Debbie Keller's using those mesh bags that you get with your onions and oranges, and that's keeping the squirrels off. That's good. As long as the squirrels have someplace else to get something, then usually that's a good way of doing that. They'll move and find something else. If they had nothing and you covered the whole entire yard, they would find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So that's perfect. Let's see, Grace in the garden, hi in northeast Missouri. Darlene C. Cold in East Central Illinois. So I'm starting to compost. Boy, compost all you can. Let me tell you something. I honestly believe I'll know in another month that potting soil is going up big time. I don't know if they'll have sales in March like they usually do, but I am looking at the prices at Home Depot, at Lowe's. I bought two or three bags yesterday from Amazon. I don't even buy that much on Amazon. Walmart kept running out, and they're switching. It looks like they're going to go, and I've talked about this a few times, but I'll bring it up again. It looks like they're going to go into quarts instead of cubic feet, and everybody's going to go, wow, I got 50 quarts for almost 20 bucks. That's so cheap. No, because 50 quarts is not 2 cubic feet. They're saving money that way, so they're using a new term. They're raising the price, but you're actually only getting about 1.8 cubic feet, if that. Go ahead.
Maria's here too from Grace.
Oh, I missed Maria. Maria's there? I didn't see her. Oh, yeah, there's Maria. She was telling me last night she's going to redo the tubing or do greenhouses and stuff with the tubing. Oh, my gosh, there's so much you could do with the tubing. I've looked it up. No matter what you look up, it tells you the tubing is for irrigation. They have no other uses for it. Baloney. It is the cheapest thing you can buy. It is the easiest thing anybody can use, any age. All you need is a scissors. And if it's too hard for you to cut, put it out in the sun or hit it with a hairdryer and it will cut right through. But I have no problems cutting it. You can bend it any way you want. And if you need it straight, especially small pieces, slide it onto a tomato steak, put it out in the sun, and it straightens out right away. But I just put it up and it just straightens out as I use it too. Go ahead, Gary.
No, nothing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Rocio. She's going to have to do this every time. See, well, you'll get more attention from me. Gosh. N, D, L, Z, or it could be an I. No, it's an L. 1. Lou here from New Jersey. Happy Love You Bunches. Bunches Day. Miss Robbie. I was talking about all the gifts you've bought me. Oh, Gary did get me once, I think of Valentine's Day, he got me a candy bar. Do you remember that? Do you remember the candy bar, Gary?
I've got you a bunch of stuff. I got you a...
Yeah, I already talked about the club.
No, the sandwich.
Yeah, but that you had to be told by Flo that time. But then you came home and you had this guilty look when you gave me the candy bar. And I said, what's wrong? You said you got hungry. You bought me 2 and you ate one on the way home. He's so cute. But he built me the deck. The landing is for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And that looks beautiful. I can't wait. I'm going to go live on that too soon. It is just gorgeous. The birds love it. It was supposed to be a place I could put more hummingbird feeders out. So the hummingbirds wouldn't have to, not fight, but, you know, be not so crowded. It's not working out that way. It seems like the more feeders I put out, the more birds come. And then yesterday there were babies out there. So, it's just the more I put out, the more come. The Canadian, Ontario, Canada, beautiful day today. It is. It's cloudy. I don't know if it's supposed to rain, but it gets really cool. It is cool. I'm in 2 sweaters and 2 pairs of pants. It's going to be in the 30s tonight. I think I said earlier, I looked it up, it was 54 degrees. Now for you people back east, you're probably thinking, well, that's hot. It's summer. Yeah, not for me. Oh, a dove just came in. He's on the bowl in the back, he hit the glass.
Yeah, John Ray Patterson has, I can see he has, I've checked out his videos, I can see he's got the same thing. The more he builds, the more birds he gets. He's got a wide assortment of different species there too in Tennessee. I see he's here.
Yes, he is here. And earlier, Helen was live, and I went on for a few moments there, and he jumped in and said hello. That's right. I did go to his website, and I do want to check it out more. I did look at it, but you were going through it. He's got a lot of birds. Yeah. They got beautiful birds back there. Cardinals too, probably. We do have cardinals, but it was only spotted once. But they're not supposed to be here. So somehow some of them got here years ago. I'm going to say 35 years ago. You could buy cardinals at some of the pet stores. They weren't supposed to have them, but they had them, and then over the years some people let them go, so there's a few living in this area. I haven't seen them in years. We're assuming they might still be around.
Yeah, they might be in the lower elevations around creeks, and that's a different habitat.
But they were introduced here.
They were introduced, yeah.
The other thing you used to see in pet stores they weren't supposed to have were the rainbow buntings. Again, something from the East Coast that are not here. We have other buntings, but not those. I have not seen that in our yard. Oh, there's a whole bunch more questions come through. 50 degrees at the V Canadian. Ray, I think is talking to you. I had CA lots of year. Oh, I had cardinals. I guess it's cardinals?
Yeah.
Okay. In the summer. Terra Sagrada Jardin? Very inspiring.
Terra Sagrada Jardine.
Jardine. Okay.
I think that's how you pronounce the last.
Let's see the binder. Carol is talking about her seeds, the binder of the book pages, stuffed seed packs. MIC starting schedule. Oh, she's using the binder book. So am I. I went through my books and deciding when I'm going to start. I hope my plans are to do things a little differently this year. Now, there's a tiny bird taking a bath, and again, I don't know what that is. So I want to be more efficient because I know I get tired because I have so many gardens. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Let everything grow that grew last year. But when you go back and look at the ones when I first set them up, they look phenomenal. The plants look great. When I wait and let everything come up from last year or what that made it through the winter, they still give us food, but they're not as nice. I'm going to see what I can do. My daughter said she's going through her garden and she is tearing everything out. Oh, there's a robin in the big fountain right now. There's a robin in there and a little bird taking a bath. You said you come out here in the morning and you've seen how many robins in there?
Yeah, sometimes there's like 20 or 30. They come in just before they head off to take a bath. So the place is just, the water's going everywhere.
It's almost empty right now. They splash it out. Boy, do they splash the water out. I'll have to put my camera out there one day. Maybe when we change the clocks and it warms up. There's a hummingbird in the flowers. In the emu bush, he's looking around. There's not that many flowers, so he might be picking up insects too. I'll have to come out early in the morning when the weather's warm and start. Maybe I should start doing that a couple times a week. Just come out here, have a cup of coffee. Don't stay on for 2 hours. So this way I can get stuff done, and this way I'll let you guys go to get stuff done. And just start the day off that way. That might be fun. Yeah. Mama 56, love your videos. Thank you. And hi guys from Maria in Milton, Florida.
Yeah, I think that's on the Panhandle, I think, up that part of Florida on the Gulf Coast there.
Melinda Roth, Happy Valentine's Day, Robbie and Gary, and Kitty, love you. I'm late. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go get some work done pretty soon. This is just, I get stuck here. I come here, I sit down here, watch the birds, I feed them, then I sit down for a minute, and they all come in, and then I end up, my minute turns into an hour, and I don't get everything done I want to get done, which is probably why I am doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't wait till it warms up. I'll be able to turn the lights on the deck and just work in the garden. Yearning for country living. I'm going to do this spring a lot of what you do. I just ordered some tree color today. Oh, good. I hope you ordered the tree colored itself, no seeds. Though some will grow fine from seeds. It's good if you get cuttings, and maybe you're getting a full plant. So either way, that I love our tree coloreds. Once you have one and you start doing cuttings, you'll have them forever. I've got it from the few plants we got here. My daughter's got her yard full, and we've got a yard full. And I need to do a ton of cuttings because with the wind, and it's supposed to be windy today, but the last one we had, some of them topple. So you just take the side shoots off and grow them. And you've taken some of mine that have toppled and stuck big ones in the ground, and they've grown.
Yeah, I've been able to replant them. Okay, Yearning for Country Living got her tree collards from the Tree Collard Project.
That's the lady I got them from?
No.
No, okay.
There's a group, and it might be on Facebook or somewhere, I'm not sure, but they're trying to get people interested in tree collards. It's sort of like a group, I guess. I've seen that somewhere.
Okay, that's fantastic because I think the thing is you don't find a lot of tree collards at nurseries because you really can't start them from seeds and have them be a true, well, how would you say that? The thing is if you start them, they may not, I'm going to turn my phone off. I can't do that. It's this one. They may not grow true. But when you start them from cuttings, you get true tree color. What did you see?
Hey, that's not a mockingbird singing. You won't be able to pick it up because if you go
So
out
what?
there,
Just tell me what it is.
it's a thrasher, California thrasher.
If I step out, then all the birds will leave. The one with the beak?
With the
Oh
long
my God!
cinema beak.
Hold on, guys. I don't want to scare the birds. Show me where. Show me where. I'm going to try to go through the screen.
Sitting on the corner there.
I'll tell you something. This is not a joke. I was sitting here one day. You weren't here. You were delivering something. And I was filming some birds, and it jumped into, I had the camera like you do to your eye.
Yeah.
It jumped into the frame, and I literally fell back. I had never seen anything like it. It was the first time I saw it. It scared the living dickens out of me because I thought, what the heck is that? Now I see them all the time. They can't see it, but there's a bowl on the bottom. I have seen him in the morning. He likes a bowl. They really like taking a bath. I can't, the only thing I can do is go through the screen. If I open the door, everybody will leave. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah,
I have no other, I have another way. Gary, talk to everybody
Yeah.
because I'm going to go the other window. I have an idea.
Yeah, the thrashers are kind of a bird that rarely show up, and they've got this long cinema-shaped beak. It's like a long curved beak, and they resemble mockingbirds. Now, I think they might be in the same family, and they're just cool to see. They're more of a scrubland type bird in California.
I can't really see them from here. When I open this window, all the birds are going to fly off. I didn't know they sing like that.
Sweet. Canada, Canada. No, yearning for country living. I don't know what that bird is that says, "Oh, sweet Canada, Canada." a white-throated sparrow. Okay. Yeah, we have white crown sparrows here. Okay, so the white-throated sparrows must be migratory if they're only in Arkansas in the winter. So they must move further north to breed.
I'm going to put a short up with him if he doesn't go away.
Yeah, Robbie will know the dates, but the white crown sparrows, they show up almost within the same day every year, and then they just all of a sudden disappear roughly the same day every year. Robbie will know a bit more on that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, some of our grass is going to seed. I started harvesting some of my stinging nettles today for some compost tea to make some liquid compost because they're starting to go to seed, and I've got more than enough than I need for next year. I just want to get it into water so that I can break it down and feed it to my bananas.
I feel like trying to move the camera for a minute. This is something I've never seen before. I mean, I got a lot of, but I don't know if he'll leave if I walk out because he's right here. He's gone. All right, he's gone. I got some of the blue jay, the scrub jay isn't. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, I got a lot on the camera. Absolutely gorgeous. I didn't know they sing like that. That was so beautiful. I got a lot of footage. Maybe I'll put a short up on him. Now let me ask you, California thrasher,
Yes,
are they only in California?
that species is.
Okay.
But John Ray Patterson says that he's got another species in his area, I guess, in Tennessee, and there must be a few different species of thrashers.
They're the color of the California towhee, but they look and like the shape of a mockingbird, except for that beak that's designed to get into fruit, obviously, because I've seen them go into fig trees and what else? Flowers?
Yeah, and lizards too.
Okay, so they're for lizard. Okay, they've got the beak similar, but not exactly like the roadrunner, which I used to see the roadrunners pick up lizards here, which was very upsetting. Now you got the scrub jays coming in for the peanuts.
So John Ray Patterson says he gets the brown thrasher.
And that's different than ours?
It'll be a different species.
It must be, but ours is still brown. Okay, well I got some, oh, my throat's dry. All right, I've got some really good footage on that. Now I scared all the birds away. Next time I'll have to set it up right on the pond so you can really, on the fountain.
Mary said she wished she could get notifications.
I don't know if she's a subscriber or not. Some people don't have an account. If you're a subscriber, then you just hit the bell, right?
Yeah, and gives you some options.
Okay.
And I'm not sure I can't remember how any of that works. But you go to the options and you hit the option that suits you the best.
Okay, John, I'm just going to call you John Ray Patterson. I'm going to call you John. John, I have a video of the brown thrasher. I have to go check it out and see if it looks like ours. But maybe what I'm going to try to do this year is put out shorts, since I keep getting the messages from YouTube, please make us shorts. And I really don't like making a lot of shorts on different species. I've got one I'm putting together right now, a little one on bush tits, and I might be able to get one together on our California thrasher and do individual birds, not all 50 or 60 of them, but who knows. YouTube is John is letting him know, YouTube is sometimes slow about notifications. Okay. Now, I don't know how to schedule yet. I just haven't done it. So I should, but the problem is I never know what I'm going to do. I had no idea I was going to come over here and do this. Come into the yard, I should say. I had no idea. I was actually getting ready to work on the deck. And then I thought, I'll just do this for a little bit because it's Valentine's Day. She's going to make sure I know how to say her name. Rocio. I love it. All are personalized. Let's see. Are the options? Okay, she's telling.
Mary says she's a subscriber. When she hits the bell, it says, cannot get notifications for content made for children.
This is not made for children
No.
unless they did that. I'll have to look into that. Right now, the other day Helen was talking about it. She couldn't get the phone to work. She was all depressed. She was all upset. Nothing was working. Well, nothing was working because they changed everything again. So when you hit the advance, I noticed that almost everything in advance is gone. Now you're looking like you see something.
Well, it came up on my phone, a scrub jay, and now it's not out there.
No, they just left. They come in and go real quick. They're changing things. So I made sure that it is not made for children. And so I will double check that again. I don't think I can do anything from here, but I always make sure that it's not made for, well, it's not supposed to be made for children, which I don't know. Let's see, I am, but when it's cannot get notifications for content. No, I always have it marked not made for children. They have to check into those things to see if anybody's doing funny stuff. So, and that funny is not funny. So anyways, you're not supposed to mark anything. Every time, like, your brother put up his first video, I knew he marked it for children, remember? It's very confusing. Remember his first video?
Yeah,
because they put all the cartoons and stuff underneath. So you had to call him in Australia, and he said, but children can watch this? It's just on the, what was it, the crayfish?
Yeah, he raises yabbies.
Yabbies. And we had to explain to him that's not the meaning of not made for children. So you had to, once he changed it, it was fine, but it's confusing for some people. And no, I have it marked not made for children, so I don't know why they would say that. Barbara C., hello, you came in. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you. Cindy H., okay, she's talking to John. Yeah, YouTube can get a little odd. Like I said, they just changed their settings on going live, and I have to learn how to do that. At least it lets me turn my camera again. But there was issues before I had to contact them. It's just a new setup. You go on and you practically hit going live and you barely get to even fill anything out, and boom, you're live before you know it. It doesn't allow you to adjust the camera. I can zoom in, but I can't zoom out. Really good. Probably why people use Prism. Go ahead.
Yeah. Tierra Sagrada Jardine, where did you learn or get inspiration about creating obstacles to prevent larger birds of prey getting into your bird garden?
Observation.
Observation, yes.
Gary and I both know a lot about nature, so it's kind of like, let's just say most of it is observation, but it's also working with animals and working with birds. So you start to learn about that and you get ideas. So look around nature, and then you can figure out a whole lot out that way, including plants and growing, and a lot goes back to nature. Just like they say you can't compost and grow because people learn that. Well, that's not the way nature works. Leaves fall, they rot, and things are growing through the leaves as they're rotting. So you kind of look at nature and you can figure out a whole lot that sometimes Mother Nature does, and we're told that we can't do it.
I think in general, a lot of the smaller birds like to be able to feed, and if there's any danger, they want to be able to get to somewhere safe quickly. So by having plants around the feeders, you have to sort of be aware that, you know, yes, a cat could wait there or some sort of predator, but it also, you sort of, as you watch, you realise where they move when they leave the feeder. Like some of the birds are more ground birds, like the sparrows are more ground dwelling, but other birds will go up higher into the plants. So you just, it's a lot of it is observation.
And she's saying thank you. And I think John is also answering questions on birds, which is good. Go for it, John. So, yeah, a lot of it is observation on a lot of stuff. There's been just so many things over the years that people have taught and said, and it's, you know, it's not right. Oh, right now it was 54 degrees about an hour ago.
Currently it's 54 degrees.
It's still 54. It's cold. I said I'm in two sweaters and 2 pairs of pants. Sherry Gardens all around. Hello, Robbie and Gary and Kitty, of course. Just got here. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. I know I must have missed people because there's so many. I just came out here to relax. And thought if a few people want to take a break and see what's going on there. I can't wait to redo this. This is something I want to redo. Not completely. I don't want to take anything down that's established because the plants are growing so good. Some of the tree collards are in the ground. I've got a papaya back there that's struggling with the cold right now. Then I've got your emu bush you bought. And then I've got the hummingbird plant. And the one I brought out here that wasn't doing good is starting to take off. I've got, oh, I know the name of it. Penrose? No. The little purple flowers. You can't see them. They're so low to the ground. You can't see them. They're in the flower pot. I know the name. Begonias? That's not right either.
You said primrose?
Primrose. I've got primroses out there, and you can't see them. They're so tiny. I put them in the flower pot, and you cannot see them. I can see the flower pot, but you can't see the flowers. But I want to get a lot of salvias out here. I want to hang a lot of feeders. I didn't do the video yet, but I went to Dollar Tree. I got some stuff, and it's going to cost me $2.50 to make some fabulous hanging bird feeders. And if you have squirrels, I can show you with the irrigation tubing how to keep not all the squirrels off, but most of them. Like I said, if there's a will, there's a way. Depends on the squirrels. Some of you, I've seen the squirrels back east. They can do phenomenal things like leap into places that you wouldn't even think they could leap into. But there's so many different things you can do. But I have a bird feeder. A couple of them I'm going to set up pretty soon. Probably do that 3 o'clock in the morning and put that feeder together. Okay, so Tucson, Arizona, Big Sky Dreamer 26 says it's 55 there. Yeah, and they're going to get down to 36 tonight. We may get that cold. They're calling into the 30s tonight.
Yeah, I think 38
maybe, but it depends on what news you, or what, whether place you look up. Some of them have said 36, some have said 34, some say 39, so it's kind of a hit and miss. And of course with microclimates, the yard around the areas like against the wall won't get that cold. The deck gets really cold because it sits up in the air. That gets really cold. And they're looking forward to spring. I'm looking forward to summer. Yeah, I am looking forward to spring. I'm with you too. I am so looking forward to the weather to warm up. We pay way too much in property taxes to be this cold. So they better get big heaters out. Let's see. Carla Marie, hi from snowy, chilly. How do you say that? Chiloquin, Oregon. I think they're going to be really cold, aren't they? Oh, wow.
You see, up in Washington and Oregon, they kept their indigenous names. Down here, they changed the names of places, to either Spanish or English.
Wow. So Ray is looking forward. John Ray is looking forward to getting the hummingbirds back. Yeah, take some of mine. I was sitting out there thinking, oh, how cute. Look at mom's brought 2 babies. And then I'm looking at all the hummingbirds thinking, oh my goodness, there'll be 100 of them soon. Then I thought, 1,000? Oh my gosh. You're going to have to build another landing just to put hummingbird stuff up there and more feeders. I don't have any feeders out here right now. I do put feeders periodically, but they don't like being with all the other birds as much, some of them. So that's why what I'm trying to do this year, my goal, we'll see if it works, is, and Ray's laughing about the hummingbirds. This is not a joke. Um, I'm trying to make feeding stations since we have enough of different gardens and areas we can do that. Here, I like to keep the seed eaters. You all probably saw that other video. It was a nightmare on the deck and the landing. There were hundreds of birds, and the hummingbirds are like going nuts, and I'm looking at everything is going to be a mess. So I had to move the birds back out here. Now, in about, what are we? We're the 14th today. That's right. 1, 2, 3 weeks. My throat is dry. I should drink some coffee. 3 weeks, we're going to have the orioles. And I want to make an oriole feeding station so they don't bother the hummingbirds. Is that going to work? I have no idea, but I'm going to try. Now, what happens is the very first orioles that come in are the males. And it's the males that were either born and raised here or that have nested here before. They come straight to the deck and they're looking for their pizza tray. They know exactly what they're looking for. They know exactly what they want. So if I can get that pizza tray set up where I want them, then the other ones coming, the females follow within the week. And then hopefully they'll all learn, oh, this is where it is, and I can keep them away from the hummingbirds. It's not going to work, but I can dream. So we'll see. Let's see. John says, I didn't get nearly that amount. I use a gallon of nectar every 4 days. Okay, during peak. Yeah, but see, we're so close to where a lot of them come from Mexico and stuff.
Well, we're sort of in a bottleneck where they.
You should move your chair closer to the microphone. Just, okay, that's good.
So if you think of a funnel, the ones that migrate from, say, Alaska and Canada on the west coast down into Central America, they hug the coast. Probably, I don't know how far inland they go, but if you go too far inland, you're in desert. So we're kind of in a bit of a bottleneck or a funnel. So as they move further north, they're going to disperse out. And I think there's places in Texas on the Gulf where there's kind of the same situation. They meet up in a point and then they cross the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, Big Sky Dreamer 26. How do you make the hummingbird food? Granulated sugar and water, organic. How often do you have to fill the feeders? I am filling those feeders all day. I probably have to go do it now. I haven't checked my cameras. I have cameras on there so I know when to feed them. Or if I go to the grocery store, I have to call Gary. Gary, get out there. John answered it. I do it very similarly to him, but I use 2 cups of sugar to 8 cups of water. But what it is, if you're just starting out, it's 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, cane, or regular table sugar, which is made from sugar beet. Either one is fine because it's sucrose. I use both. I actually do use both because actually each one tastes a little different, and some birds prefer one over the other. It doesn't matter. And then you can store that in the refrigerator after you mix it up. Now that is a recipe. So when you take 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar and mix it with 1 cup of water, it's still going to be 1 cup. I'm not into science. I'm into nature. So that's just how it works. And that's all you need. As far as organic, you can't worry about it. Just get white table sugar. As far as GMO, that was probably your next question coming. If you really look it up, pretty much a lot of the sugar, all of it has been GMO. There's nothing you can do about it. Doesn't mean it's bad with the technique they use, but a lot of them, we're getting a lot of our sugar from Brazil now, and Just use it. It's sucrose. It's the end process is what they need, and they need the sucrose. It's not the sugar beet. It's the sucrose. It's not the cane. They're not going to be. You never see hummingbirds chewing on canes. It's the end result. It's the what would you the it's I don't want to use the word chemical, but it's the end result is what they're looking for. Oh, okay, Gary.
Yeah, when I described
Okay.
why we've got a lot of hummingbirds, because traveling through here,
Yeah.
we're sort of a destination point, or we're in a bottleneck or a funnel.
And then Carl and Marie, plus we have fountains for all the critters. Yeah, they love the water. And that's what brings a lot of these birds in. Even the hummingbirds, knowing that all these seed eaters are here and these insect eaters, they get the sense of being safe. So they come too. And that's what brings in all these birds. They're flying by. It's like, well, it must be a good place. So the water brings them in because they need water to drink. They need water to take a bath. So it does help. And then, of course, plants, if you've got plants around. Let's see, yearning for country living. I sometimes have Baltimore Oreos. Oh, we don't have those here. Beautiful. At my hummingbird feeder in the spring. Yay, Oreos are beautiful. Y'all, they are beautiful. We have the bullocks.
Yep.
And then the hooded. And the hooded, we have more hooded than bullocks, but those are the two. And then we also have the tanagers that come in periodically. But those are the two we really have on the Orioles, are the bullocks and the hoodeds, more of the hooded than the bullocks. And the hoodeds, well, they'll both be here. They'll both be, I'm going to say 3 weeks. Males first. And they're scouting out places to nest, and then the females follow. Bob in Missouri. Hello, Robbie and Gary. Hello. So what are you working on today? Because I'm going to work on the deck.
I was working down in my garden, clearing, trying to sort of. There's a couple of things I've got an issue with that fig tree, and I cut that back. I want to dig that out, because the roots are invaded all over in my area where I've got my bananas, and it's the fig. I like figs, but I don't want them anywhere near my garden because their roots are too invasive. So I've been working on that.
So Carol Walsh, I just got a solar fountain pump. Let's see that you all recommend. Can't wait to put it out this spring and make a pretty fountain with an existing plain bird bath. Oh, cool. You have such great fun ideas. I just bought 2 solar fountain pumps too, and they just came. Oh, I've got another one coming, but it's not for me. I'm giving it to my neighbor. They have a big pond, and so I bought one that floats. They don't have to do anything with it, but just drop it in there. But I bought 2 with these are the same ones I get, but some of them have a little stick underneath, like a stand, and I can tape that onto a stake and then put them anywhere I want. So I just got 2 of those, and those just came. I've got 2 that, something chewed the wires through. I should collect them and let you fix them.
Yeah.
That I can fix, but you're better at it than me.
Yeah, if the wires are cut or chewed, it's very simple to repair it. You just if you can solder, you can solder them back together, the pieces back together.
I thought you twist them and tape them.
Well, sometimes I twist them and tape them, but I do actually solder them.
Okay.
But you can twist the wires back, clean the wires off, twist them back together, and then tape them with electrical tape, and that will seal it. But because I can solder, I prefer to solder.
Cheryl Huskins, scrolling and found you live. Hello. Keep in mind and remember this for all of you that are going to set up solar fountains. If they stop working, 99.9, I really love roast seal. 99.9% of the time, they are not broke. I've got some that are like 4 years old. They get a little bit of something inside the pump. It could be a tiny bird feather. It could be a little bit of hard water. It could be algae. It could be any debris gets in there. And like I gave one to a neighbor of mine, and I went over there like 2 months later, and he told me it broke. And I said, "What do you mean? It's not working anymore." I said, "It's not broke." And I showed him right there in the yard, just pulled it apart. Didn't even need a knife. I just used my fingernail, and he was so excited that he didn't know. Most people don't know. There's nothing in those motors. The side pops up. I've got plenty of videos on it. You pull the little fan wheel out, clean it out, put it back together, and boom, you're in business. So do not throw those things away. Let's see, Rocio. I have found that the pump that uses the power bank works best for me. Oh, cool. I finally have visitors. So fun. Oh, I'm so happy. The other thing you could do, it is a little more costly, is I'm now using those power stations, the portable power station. I so love them. I ended up with 3 of them. I actually think I like the cheaper, smaller one I got. I paid, I think I paid 106. It's by Flash Fish, and it goes up and down. I've seen it go up to 160, and then it goes back to, well, now I think it was about 115. What I love about it is it's 200 watts. It's like using the power bank, but you've got this. If you lost your electricity at night, you can plug in a TV. A small TV. You can plug in like a 32-inch TV. I plugged in my heat blanket to test it. It takes that. I use it for my soldering iron. You literally have emergency backup date you could use all night. Plus, you could put it outside and run it for days on a solar fountain. And I also take my Wise cams sometimes, put them anywhere in the garden where there's no electricity, and plug it into that. Now, I have not done a video on that. No, I did. I made one video on a power station, but now I found another one I like better. So if you're interested, I'll get that up soon too. Okay, so Rocio only pays probably $6 and change for the pump. Those pumps, yes, that run off the power banks are really cheap. I've got a few of those too, and they are really cheap. So they work great too. Okay, so John is taking my advice on the solar pumps, and I'm thinking he's cleaned them. Oh yeah, you clean them out. They go for years. Of course, if you cut the wire in half, which I have done cutting in the garden, then you can put that back together too. Carla Marie, we even have a small fountain for our beehive. Oh, sore topic. With pretty rocks. We made a couple larger ones for our ducks and chickens. Oh, how fun. Our chickens don't have any water fountain.
No.
I should put a water fountain out for them.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know if they would know what to do with it.
They came up the stairs yesterday.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. You put something out there, it's like, oh, look, it's for us. I'm going to have those chickens in the house soon.
Someone earlier,
We've had skunks.
I think
try to
we've
get
gone
in.
past it, asked whether we've got chickens too. But
Yes, we have chickens. We just haven't done any videos on them. J87 Waldo, hi neighbor. Oh, Carlos, they're neighbors. Let's see. I'm going to sign off in a few seconds or a few minutes because I do want to get stuff done. Is it going to rain? It's not supposed to rain. It was supposed to rain all weekend, never did. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. So Barbara C is going to be 29 degrees tonight. Well, she's in Arizona, right? It's cooler there.
Yeah, Tucson.
Yeah. Sue Cheney from Ohio. I think I did miss you. Hello. Tracy Marie Wade. Hello. She's saying hello, Robbie, Gary, and Kitty. Christopher Penna. P-E-N-A.
Pena?
Pena said hi earlier. I missed that. That's not my phone. What in the world are they doing up there? It sounds
They're
like...
pouring concrete.
Okay. Oh, the new house. No? Up there. Okay.
Up
Boy, they
further
were
up the
noisy.
hill.
They had music on and everything. Would be Chandra.
I'm not sure.
Renane. R-A-M-N-A-R-I-N-E.
Okay, I'm not sure where.
I started my I started some seeds. I started some of my seeds indoors in Scotland, Ontario. ALA, Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Melinda Roth, or Iris, she's saying hello and Happy Valentine's Day to people. Oh, so John's been with us for, let's see, I found Robbie and Gary's channel 3 years ago. And I started feeding hummingbirds. Taught me a lot. Cool. You're probably going to teach me too. I got to go check out your videos. Let's see. Gary Barnett, Happy Valentine's Day from Detroit, Michigan. Gary B. I'm not, if I skip you, it's not done. I don't skip anybody. So if I'm skipping you, I just don't see it. Suzanne Gangs. Hi, Robbie. Do you hand water your garden? I do hand water my garden. I prefer to hand water. The irrigation tubing, not any of it is used for watering anything. That's not why I'm buying it. But yeah, everything's hand watered. And you know, growing a lot of it in pots, it actually doesn't mean I need to water more. It's the opposite. When I set up my pots, I have my holes up if I'm getting something without holes. So I have a little bit of water retained so the plants can, you know, it sucks up. But I do hand water. I enjoy that, and that's part of, well, just part of what we like. S. Ray, hey Robbie, just starting gardening. How best to store an open bag of seeds? Open bag of seeds. Fold it over and stick a clothespin on top, or stick it in a photo book. I've got a video on that. And I just fold them up and throw them in there and store them somewhere where it's on a wall that is not facing out. So if you've got an interior wall, just stick it anywhere in the house, because sometimes your walls can be too close to having humidity. And I learned that because if you have a piano, you're not supposed to put a piano against the wall that is facing an outside wall. Treat your seeds that way. So that should work. Did I say hello to Marianne Rapp? Let's see, they show quartz on potting soil for containers. So you know how much it will take up to fill your pots. Okay, they show cubic feet on topsoil and compost because you know the dimensions of the garden. That is true, but I have noticed that the potting soils, if you start to check, are starting to change, and they're going in the quartz, and the bags are more money. And I don't know if it's just because they're changing everything over, but the price has gone way up on potting soil. But I mean, it makes sense what you're saying. I understand that. But I wouldn't mind if the price wasn't going up. It's going up. So I tried to get some bags of Miracle Grow the other day, and all of them, Lowe's, Home Depot, any place I looked, now have them in quartz. And they went from $16 for $16 for 2 cubic feet to $18 for 50 quarts, the same product. And that's what I'm trying to say. I think they're doing a product change right now. But I understand what you're saying. But it's just all going up. But then everything's going up. So what else is new?
Okay, Barbara sees water chestnuts are sprouting in her boggy bucket, and she's keeping them inside until it warms up. Yeah, you can let a little, quite a bit of growth start on them. Like mine, I think, I can't remember exactly, maybe 6 inches high before I planted them out. So they do transplant pretty well. But yeah, I'd keep them indoors until the weather warms up. See, I saw it. Let's see, someone.
Oh, be grateful. Just came in from building some new beds and found my favorite gardeners live. Who is it? Tell me who it is. I want to see them too. Thank you. Barbara, thank you. Barbara C, thank you.
I know we're going to miss some people, but we're trying to go back through, up and down, scroll back up and down.
Let's see, Julie R, I'm in Northeast Arkansas. I'm laughing.
Let's see. Sandra Montalvo is here.
And
Debbie,
how come I don't see that?
a little further up the page, she left a blue heart.
Oh, yes, Sandra, okay.
Debbie Hediger is here.
I think I was talking, if I wasn't talking to Debbie, then hello, Debbie. Hi, Rob and Gary. I just want to say thank you so much for all the videos that you do and all the information I have learned and so much. And it's so much fun. Thank you. It should be fun. Gardening should be fun and it should be easy. It shouldn't be complicated and it shouldn't be that expensive. If you've got the money and you want to buy a raised bed, you want to get grow bags, fancy things, you do whatever it takes to have you grow something. With me, I tried so many things before I got to where I am now, and it actually made me stop. 30, back in 1988, I started growing a garden here, and it was frustrating. It was just, I had tree roots, I had animals, things were drying out, and I wanted to grow. I grew a lot of zucchini and stuff, but it got to the point I stopped gardening because it was too hard. It was too much fighting with to get something out of it. Now it's easy. It's actually easy, and it'd be a whole lot easier if I had one garden or two gardens instead of over a dozen, but we won't go there. Let's see. So make it easy, and you'll do it for life.
Yeah.
Oh, Cheryl and Dean, I absolutely love your bird garden. Our robins have moved on to Riverside. And it's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Cheryl. Happy birthday. Well, thank you for visiting us on your very special day. My dad would say, and he is still alive, he would say it is not your birthday. It is your anniversary because you only have one birthday. He always says that. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah. Debbie Hediger. I got my water chestnuts from a guy in, I think it was from eBay in Maryland or that somewhere like that.
I don't remember.
One of those states, which I think he was in actually zone 8B.
It wasn't cheap, I remember.
It wasn't cheap,
But you wanted them.
but I wanted them. Sometimes you can find them at Asian grocery stores. I haven't really seen them that often, but I haven't been into a grocery store for a few years. It was just easier for me to get them online, and I had, let me think, I got started with 6. Some of them didn't grow properly, and that was probably my fault because I don't think I had them stored right. Some of them dried out, so now I know that you want to store, if you get them as, when you get them, if you store them in damp soil, not wet soil, but damp soil, that will stop them from drying out. You treat them like a tropical bulb. So if you grow dahlias or something like that and you have to bring them in for winter and you have to store them, you don't want to leave them out in the dry air.
I'm going through all this. Be grateful. Just saw their first true bluebird, not scrub jay, in our yard today. Oh, how cool. We get those here too. I have not seen any yet. Have you seen any bluebirds?
No, I haven't.
Deborah gets a lot by her. Okay, I know. Deborah gets a lot by her house. That's my daughter. I should say Debbie. I call her Deborah. I'm the only one that calls her Deborah. Okay, Debbie gets a lot by her house, but that's because she's right in the city where everybody's got lawns and they love lawns. So she gets a lot of them there. It's the insects, right?
Yeah, it's the insects. They like feeding over lawns.
So she gets a lot of them, but we get them. I've actually got videos of them dive bombing into Gary's garden. It's really cute. Rhonda Jane, hi John. She's subscribed to him. Oh, good. There's him. I'm trying to go through all this.
Yeah. Hi, Malachi 7.
Oh, Rocio, let's see. I also stopped due to lack of success. Here we have a watering schedule. Not easy. Well, then when you do container gardening, he's coming in. I saw him, the thrash. Look, he's right there. Oh my God, the camera is not low enough, is it? Let me see. He did come in.
Yeah, but he was on the ground. You might have
Probably
got a
heard
quick
me.
quick glimpse of him
Yeah, they
running
will.
across.
he came in real quick. Anyways, I'm diverse. Now, where was I? Do you remember what I was talking about? Let's see. I'll remember if I saw the question. Oh, the watering. You'll have to do container gardening where you have the holes up and you can catch your water, and there's ways you can set something up so you can catch the water in a second container with a lid, and then you can rewater that way. But if you have your holes up a little bit, then there's always like a little bit of water on the bottom and your plants will do fantastic. I'm trying to see. Okay, Cheryl Ann Dean is waiting for the grosbeaks. Yeah, I'm waiting for them too. They are gorgeous. I have not seen them yet. They'll probably be here in about a month because I do believe they nest here. And then John Ray Patterson, he gets the rose-breasted cockatoos. No, he doesn't. I'm kidding. He gets the rose-breasted grosbeaks. He gets the rose-breasted cockatoos in his yard. I'll be over there. Let's see. I was kidding on that. Let's see, Cheryl Gardens all around, growing ginger and turmeric. Oh, I didn't do my ginger video. I didn't even pick him. He's in, the thrasher right now is in the fountain to the right, the big one. I'm hoping you can see him, but he's taking a drink right now. Debbie Hadiger, I asked at my little Asian store in my little bit bigger town. Let's see, in a little bit bigger town. You're very country here. Let's see. I'll ask. Oh, okay, so they're going to ask. I hope they don't irradiate things. Do they irradiate that stuff? How do you cure ginger after harvesting? I don't cure ginger. That's why I have to get my video together. Everything you need to know. It's very simple. I'm going to harvest my ginger and all my turmeric. I'm going to throw it in some pots with some soil. The robins are in now. And then I'm just going to leave it in dry soil that's just slightly damp. And come spring, I'm going to plant out late spring what I want to plant. And then I will freeze what I want to freeze. Let's see. I harvested my first mushrooms. That was Be Grateful. How cool. Malachi 7, oh good, hello. Carla Marie, thank you guys for cheering up my day. I miss the noises of the birds and critters. Oh, just put a bird feeder on your deck where you're feeding all the hummingbirds and you should have tons of noises of hundreds and thousands of birds screaming. No, it was a nightmare. Sandra Montova. Let's see, Robbie, how is it that you don't have, we do have squirrels. We talked about that earlier too. We do have squirrels, but they're not here right now, but they do come in and they tend to feed on the lower feeders, so they don't bother the birds on the top. See, Rocio, I tried holes up and didn't succeed. I don't know what you're growing that didn't work. So I'm not sure on that. Could be the soil. Hopefully you didn't get any bad soil, because there was bad soil last year. And that's another topic I'm not going to get into right now, but there was. Where are the squirrels? I don't know. Probably it's so cold, they're probably hibernating right now. Let's see. Cheryl and Dean, Robbie, I found my soldering thing and got 4 totes ready to plant. Yay. So excited to get that done today. Yeah, I've got to get my one and only elephant garlic. I had a whole bunch. I gave them to Gary, and you planted them. I didn't have time. So I figured let him plant those. Irma Zal, how do you pronounce that? Zavala. I have 6 hummingbird feeders. And I refill them 2 times per day. Wow. That's great. That is fantastic. Let's see, and that thrasher has got a curved beak. I know, big. Well, doesn't your thrasher would have a? Is he talking to me or somebody else?
Yeah, talking to us.
Okay, his thrasher would have a curved beak too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just.
Ours has they have here a really long curved beak. We've actually gone on a nature hike with the kids from the school, and we've seen them now out in the wild. They're out in the wild here. And they all have that big long curved beak, which is scary when you're looking through the camera lens and you don't know it's going to jump in your eyesight. Irma lives close to San Francisco. Oh, Rosia says, as a newbie, there could be a number of reasons I didn't succeed, but I'm learning. Well, learning is part of succeeding. Then something you did and it could be just for your area wasn't right, so you're going to try something else until you get it right, and it'll work. I don't know what you were trying exactly to grow. There are some things that I just can't grow. You know, this is the first year I'm growing spinach. I could not grow spinach before. I don't know why. I have no answer. I just couldn't grow spinach. So this time I started it in the new way that I start them. They grew, and now I have spinach growing on my deck. I put them in cups, and now I transfer them into a dish pan, and they're growing. Let's see, Debbie Hediger. We had a neighbor that gave us 250-gallon pots. Getting one ready for asparagus. Oh, cool. Because of you guys, I know what to do with it. Oh, perfect. Free stuff is always good. You see, the birds come in waves. Now they're gone. So we've got a red robin in the rock bowl just above the one and only electric. Well, there's two electric fountains, but you can only see one. And he's in the bowl right now. The rest of the birds, you've got a California towhee in the bowl closest to the ground, right in the front. It's California towhee. You got a bunch of little birds all over. I'm going to step out in a second. I'll show you my mug because I really do want to get work done. There's a songbird. I think it's a yellow warbler in the fountain, but he's so tiny. You know, maybe one time I'll set this up where it's only in front of a certain thing so you can see them up close, because right now you're seeing the overall kind of the gazebo that Gary found in the trash and brought home, and I zigzagged it with branches when he cut down some Brazilian pepper trees to keep the hawks out. And it's just too much. It's like looking at a big screen in the movie theater. You know, you're just seeing everything. But if I can put it on different things, then you would see, like up close at the fountain, you'd see all the birds coming in and taking a bath. So doing something different.
Yeah, because right now you can't see them, but there's a small flock of bush tits that just came in.
Yeah, another time I'll start changing it around when I come out here to have coffee, and then do it differently. Let's see. So Cheryl Gardens all around. Love that the red-bellied woodpeckers visit our feeders. Ooh, cool. We don't have red-bellied. Beautiful. And they prefer nuts. I have not had, that I can think of, any woodpeckers yet come into any of my feeders. I can't believe how many robins we have right now. And they usually come in December and they're gone by this time of the year. Just a few stay here. Pat L. watching, just wanted to say hello, Mr. Gary and Robbie.
Hello? Oh, water.
Okay, I know. Okay, Sandra, Robbie, can you talk about the hanging bird feeder on the right? That looks like you have brown moss. I don't know the actual name. Oh, now you said brown moss. You made me lose it. Oh my gosh. What's that called? The liners.
Coconut.
The
fibre?
coconut core.
Cool.
She says, can you talk about it? How did you make it? No. It's not anything. I'm staring at it. I did not do anything. It is a hanging basket, and because of the rain, it's kind of falling apart, the coconut core liner. And I'm going to make something out of it. I haven't done anything yet. I just hung it up there and I just look at it. Like, do I want to put it here? Do I want to put it there? Is it blocking my other fountain? I will talk about that when I get to it, but right now there's nothing in it. There might be a bowl sitting in there because I didn't know where to put the bowl. I'm kind of on an idea of what I'm going to make. There's a red robin right now, American robin in the fountain, the big one. So there's nothing to talk about yet, but there will be, I hope. But that's a little bit later on. But I am going to make a bird feeder or something out of it. Your red, okay, the red, let's see, John says red-bellied woodpeckers also love blueberries. Cool. Mushrooms, story on the mushrooms. Boy, is this going by quick. Someone advertised spent mushroom compost on Craigslist. And went for it, realized there was still active, I can't say that.
Mycelium.
Mycelium culture. So I nursed it along instead of throwing it in the compost. So there was mushrooms left in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Of course, my mother wouldn't eat it. My mother didn't even want to use cream of mushroom soup when I was little. She was afraid that somebody was going to poison her, but we won't go there either. She's afraid of mushrooms. We have a lot of poisonous mushrooms here that grow, so that's why some people don't like mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I would be afraid. I would never pick anything growing. Look at the robins, Gary. They're coming in. There's two right now. I love the robin. This is a treat because we did not have this last year. So they've changed their flight pattern. I'd put a feeder for them or water on the deck for them, but then I'd have everybody else. So that won't work. Wow. Irma, I also feed the wild birds, but the sunflower chips are so expensive now. I used to pay $32 for 20 pounds, and now it's $50. You know, on some of that stuff, if you've got a feed store, call a local feed store where people get their chicken mix and all that, and see if they've got a better price. But you might be doing that already. Let's see.
Yeah, everything's gone up in price, especially oilseed.
Yeah, everything is going up. Rocio is leaving. Gotta go. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna leave in a minute. I'm just fascinated watching the robins because we have not had them come in like this. Okay, now we've got a dove.
A mourning dove, yep.
So far, just one. Sometimes they come in by the dozen. The thrasher, was he trying to get seed, or was he going to take a bath?
I'm not sure what he was doing. I didn't see him. I didn't. Yeah,
No,
I
he's
didn't
gone
see him.
now,
Up.
but I was trying to figure out what he was going to do. I know he comes sometimes. It's just out of shot. There's a bowl on the bottom, and I've seen him actually take a bath. I've got videos of him taking a bath in that. A lot of sirens. Hope nothing bad is going on. Okay, so yearning for country living. I see the dove. Yeah, I'm going to step out in a second, and I'll show you my new mug. Okay, Sandra Montebo, I go to Tractor Supply. That would work. Cheryl Gardens all around. I've been buying the wild bird mix seed from Walmart now. I don't know anything about it. You didn't have me buy it that time.
Yeah.
I went there once. It was on clearance. You didn't want it. We go to the feed store and get it. Because there was a preservative in it, remember?
Yeah, there was a preservative in it, and yeah, the feed store is generally where we go. So I'm going to have to leave because I've got things I want to get done.
I'm going to step outside for a minute and then I'll turn off the camera. I want to show them my mug.
Goodbye, everyone.
Gary's saying goodbye. He's leaving. Step out and wave. Doesn't matter if you chase the birds away. I'm going to end this too. No, I better put a mic back on because if I step out, they'll be able to hear me on that one. No. I just want to show the mic. Oh my God, not the mic, the mug. Now I've been sitting too long. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to be able to say goodbye and see you because I'm putting everything down, my tablet. But go ahead. Are you going to let me go first? I don't know if I'm in the shot. Oh! It's not coffee, it's water. This is the mug. This is the most beautiful hummingbird mug I've ever seen. Let me see if I can see. Tell me can they see it?
You're in the full shot now. Now, it'll take a few seconds before you get closer.
This has got every single hummingbird. Now, we don't have the broad-tailed hummingbird here, but we do have the Annas, and they've got the male and female Anna. Then they've got the Rufus, which we have here.
Yeah, you could probably hold it a couple of feet closer. And make
They've got the male and female Rufus. Then you've got the Costas hummingbird, the male and female. I've never seen a mug like this. This is from the New York Puzzle Company, but I got it somewhere else. Then you've got the Calliope. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly. We are supposed to have them here, but I think I only saw one once maybe. They're not in this area. They may be more in the mountains. I don't know. Then you've got the black-chinned hummingbird. Again, male and female, and we do have those here. Then you've got the ruby-throated on here, which is an East Coast bird, Midwest. We don't have that here, but it's got coffee on there. But anyways, you've got the male and female, and then you've got the Allens. And that's what's so cool, is you've got the male and female. It's got all the birds, and then the handle, which they didn't even advertise when I bought it. I didn't know it's like supposed to be a hummingbird feeder. I just can't get over how beautiful. And then, of course, there's a little hummingbird inside the mug. Can you still see it? So I know you don't know. I'm the one that has a hummingbird. You probably don't want to put out. It's a lot of money, but I'll tell you, I found this someplace cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't want to even tell them.
I'm going to describe if it was, say, here, closer. Yeah, that's better.
So
And lower it down a bit. Yeah. And they'll be able to see.
cameraman's telling me what to. And then it says hummingbirds inside. See, I have no idea where I am in the camera. I have my head cut off, and that'd be better anyways. This is the most beautiful mug I have ever seen. It's from Cornell Labs. It's their artwork. So this is the first day I'm using it, and I got 6 of them. I absolutely love this. It's functional. When you think about it, if somebody asks you, what kind of hummingbirds do you have? You've got it in front of you. You don't have to sit there and think, well, you've got the Allens, you've got the Rufus, you've got the Annas. You've got it in front of you, and you could even show somebody, this is the male, this is the female. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful mug. I bought it on Walmart. Took me an hour to find the ad. I don't know what Walmart's doing, but the guy told me that comes up and delivers. How would you say it? He said it literally costs them pennies to deliver packages now because they're buying it for the year.
Yeah, they've got a contract.
It's a contract. So I love the New York Puzzle Company, but if you buy from them, when I went there, they wanted like $5 shipping. Nothing wrong with that. If you buy from Walmart, it was free shipping. So it was $5 cheaper. So I bought it through Walmart, but it's not from Walmart. They've got something going with Walmart. So they're selling their products on there, but Walmart's offering the free shipping, which Walmart's probably paying for because they've got the contract with UPS and FedEx. So anyways, that's the mug.
We're not affiliated.
Oh yeah, we're not affiliated with Walmart. Somebody's come up and printed, oh, she works for, I have nothing to do with Walmart. I can get angry at Walmart too. So no, I'm not affiliated with anybody. I don't know if any of you are here that have contacted us, that have said you want us to do commercials, you want us to do your products. I haven't accepted anything because I don't have time. I don't know how to go about it. And I like doing my own thing and having my own opinion. It's not that I have anything against any products because I literally, like you, I go out and I buy things, I try things, and if I like it, I tell you. If I don't like it, I generally don't tell you if I don't like it, or I may say you can alter it and make it work better. So I have nothing to do with Walmart. I will thank Walmart because during the time when we were all indoors for a while, it really helped us because I didn't have to think about what I needed. I could order everything, and we're close enough to Walmart's where you pay the $100 a year and everything is free delivery. So you can't beat that. And it just works. And plus they have good hummingbird feeders for like $4, free shipping. Anything else you want to come out and say hello? Or goodbye, and then we'll get off. Very noisy. They're working on the house up there. I can take the camera out in a second and just do a walk around, but all the birds left now.
Yeah, I think,
Plus it's also midday. They're going to go out, forage, and then they'll come back.
I think this will get you, if you stand back a little better in the shot. It's just,
You told me to get closer.
well, for this, because this was kind of, look, well,
You bought this for me?
yes, I did.
You're going to tell everybody?
No, I didn't.
If you did, I would have gotten a tool. I probably would have got a soldering iron.
Well, this is functional too.
No, but I told you you're buying this for me.
Yes.
You said okay.
So,
I bought 2 and I was so excited when it came. I bought 4 more. But I figured if I had 2 and I broke one, I'd be really upset that I only had 1 and then I wouldn't want to use it. So my logic is always 3. I always like having things in 3s so you have a real spare. But they were so pretty, I ended up buying 6. So now if somebody comes over and say, here, you can have a cup of tea, you can use one, but you said you don't want it.
no, because I like something functional that if it breaks, I don't have to worry about
If this breaks, I glue it back together and make a pretty planter
Yeah.
out of it. I already figured that out. I think it's great. They got a thumbs down on this product because somebody said it looked like a beer mug. It was too big. So they got not a thumbs down, they got a 1-star rating, which dropped their ratings all the way down because somebody came in and gave them 1 star and said it was way too big. You want big. Don't fill it up if it's too big. I don't know. So anyways, that's it. So I'm going to go get a bunch of stuff done. I'm going to go collect a bunch of yellow leaves because I'm setting up pots to be ready. And then I haven't done that video on how I'm in the kitchen. I'm setting up pots ready to grow in and I'm throwing my kitchen scraps in so I don't have to worry about setting them up later. That's another video. All right, I'll do the seed one if that's what you really want, and then I'm gonna get stuff done. Is there anything else you have to say?
No, when I was working in my garden, I found some onions that came up from seed.
Cool.
So they're just scattered around the ground. I just want to dig them up and put them in a tote. That's what I was doing before I got sidetracked here.
If the ground is too hard, it may not take off and grow.
Well, it's in my way. So I just want to...
That's a good reason to move
They're
it.
coming up as volunteers and they're already about 3 or 4 inches tall. So I may as well dig them up now and replant.
Real onions?
Real onions.
Real, like white onions or yellow onions?
It'll be white onions because I had a white onions growing in that area.
I've noticed here, I had white onions go to seed, flower. They must like it here. They must like it better than the yellow because they just boom, they take off and go to flower. And I did plant them once from seed. I'm going to have to do that again.
I've got regular onions that are bought and planted, and they're already well established. These ones just came up probably after the rain. We had it rain, a couple of weeks ago. We had heavy rain.
Still have water around.
So I just need to dig them up, put them in a tote, so they're out of my way because they're in a walkway. So
you might as well get them going.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So.
Okay, well, go do what you have to do.
Okay.
I'm going to tell everybody goodbye. Have a wonderful day.
Everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it. Thanks for joining. We'll try to do this more often, and maybe I'll move the camera around. And really, that is nothing more than a hanging basket. I'm looking at it and deciding what I want to do with it.
And be grateful. The volume might have dropped earlier because Robbie took her mic off and had it setting to one side so we could both share the mic. But that's why the volume's gone up. She attached her microphone, her Rode mic onto herself now, and that's why you can hear better. So
I don't like wearing mics, and then they
Okay.
can't hear me. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now you got to get behind the camera. Put
Yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to eat what you grow.
And Connie Davison says, happy Valentine's Day. Be grateful. Oh, I'm cutting off your head. Be grateful. Everybody's coming in. So it's going to be too hard to go through all this. And what's the primrose?
Primrose.
See? This is from last year. They came back. They're way down there. I would move it, but if I move it, I don't know if it'll make the move, so I'm just going to leave it. And I'll trim back. These are the polka dot plants. I'll trim that back. But isn't that cool? I look at another one. And this is from last year I bought them. I got them for like $1 or 50 cents at either Home Depot or Lowe's. And I figured I'll just stick them in there, and they came back. And that's it. And that's the fountain they're coming to. And really, I'll show you there's nothing in this yet, see? This is the coconut core. It's just falling apart. And I hung it there because sometimes I just put something in front of me and I stare at it. And I kind of know what I'm going to do with it. So I just hung it there to look at it. And those are the fountains. Okay, so everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us on our 15-minute live. Yeah, right. It always is 15 minutes and 2 hours later. Have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Okay, now I can't turn around. Look at that. See, I'm always hitting that wrong. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.